mad at them. Don't beat yourself so much and feel like, oh, they wanted to go. Hey, tukimit next year utajua mi ni nani. I will be driving. I will be... Part of growing up is realizing that just because people have left you doesn't mean they're going to be miserable.
Everything's unfolding as it should.
Hey good people, welcome back to Freedom with Fridah. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Fridah Nguku and this is the best space for you. So subscribe and join the family. In case you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back. Now, have you ever thought that growing up was actually a scam? Like, hey, I remember when I was a kid, when I was a little girl, I really wanted to grow up. Like, I can't wait to grow up and have my own money. I can't wait to grow up and drive my own car. I can't wait to grow up and just live in my own house. I can't wait to grow up and just be able to come back at home late without anybody asking me where you're coming from. Wake up and feel like, today I want to eat sausages. I'm going to eat sausages. Without feeling like you have to ask your mom, hey mom, what are we eating today? So lately I've been thinking a lot about growing up, and basically not that kind of growing up of I want to have my house, because right now I have my house and I find myself here in the morning and I don't even want to leave. Like, I thought when you have your own house, you just want to go out there, party, mingle with friends, and then come back in your house and late night. Right now I don't even know why I was so excited about that. I'm very cautious of what I eat. Like, I felt like I'll just be waking up and feel like I want to eat chips. And I remember this one time, this is gonna be like a story time with my lessons. I remember this one time we went to a hotel. I was still very young, me, my mom, my sis and my bro. It was, I think, almost Christmas. So during Christmas, my mom would take us, before Christmas that is, to Embu Town to go and buy clothes, mbaiwe nguo, mwende mpime nguo, because Christmas is coming na viatu. That used to be us. And then we would take lunch. Now lunch used to be, for me, getting to that hotel and just eat chips and sausages was a huge thing. So there's this time we went with mom and we sat there. Alafu madhe akaitisha githeri. Was it githeri or was it ugali sijui and what? I was like, what? You're not going to take chips? You want to take githeri in hotel? So this came into my mind the other day. Nilingia kwa hoteli. I was so hungry. And looking at people in that hotel, some hotel in Nairobi, people are just taking chipo, kuku, blah, blah. And I just felt like ugali and kenyeji. and I ordered ugali and kenyeji. And it just reminded me of that moment when my mom ordered for githeri in a hotel. And I was like, there's chips. There's chips, you can have chips. Why are you eating kenyeji in a hotel? So my thinking was, growing up, you will be able to eat all the chips you need. Right now, I go to hotels, chips does not even come into my mind. Sausages don't even bother me. Soda, I don't even remember the last time I took soda. It just, I didn't imagine ever in my life that I would be able to buy soda and not buy it. Like, it's just, growing up comes with a whole lot of lessons and realizing that thing that you used to value so much, it's not a big deal anymore. I don't need to eat chipo and kuku every time I walk in hotel. I can have githeri, and I love githeri. I'm sure you've heard me on my vlogs say I love githeri, well cooked githeri. So I'm the kind that will walk in the hotel and actually ask for githeri or ask for ugali managu, or food that when I was young I wouldn't imagine I would eat that. So today I want us to talk about other lessons that have come with me growing up, that I needed to actually accept that, hey Fridah, this is what happens when you grow up. Lesson number 1 has been, and this has been very huge for me, people are different, and that's perfectly okay. We reason out differently, we act differently. The things we used to think they have to run in a certain way, there are people who grew up knowing they are not supposed to run in that way, in that manner. So it's okay to accept that people are different. How I'm going to act on my WhatsApp status is totally different from how someone else would do on the same WhatsApp status. Sometimes I might not agree with it, you might not agree with me, but I think it's okay to accept as grown-ups. It's part of growing up, knowing that people are different. I mean, we were all brought up in different environments, brought up by different people. We have different experiences, and all that give us a way of how we behave, how we act. It dictates how we behave and how we act. So don't really get mad when people act in a certain way. Don't get mad when people reason out different from you. We are just different, and that's perfectly okay. And being able to understand that has gotten me to a point where before I judge people, before I come at you, I am like, step back, Fridah, and trying to examine where are they coming from. What is that one thing that is making them behave this way, in this manner, behave in a certain way? And that has been a very strong point for me. I think I've had good relationship now because I tend to understand where people are coming from. I tend to understand that we are different, and that is perfectly okay. So it's not easy for me to judge people. I have to step back and think. I have to understand your point of view, but I also expect you to do the same for me and not be so hard on you just because we are different. Am I making sense? Great. Okay, point number 2 has been one of the lessons that I learned in 2018, and I had to make peace with it, that you can actually disagree with somebody and still be friends. And I talk about disagreeing on huge stuff, not like saying, I want a black shoe and not a red shoe. Not those small disagreement. I'm talking about huge disagreement, like in the beliefs. It's okay to disagree with people and still be friends. I hope I'm making sense. And this comes back into relationships, both romantic and these other relationships. This comes back to friendships. This comes back to even family. Like, it's okay for people to have a very different opinion from yours, and you're very sure your opinion is the right one, and they're very sure that theirs is the right one, and let it be that, and you still talk. And when this happened, I was like, Fridah, I think you've been ignorant for a very long time. I would disagree with people. You have issues and fights and all that. And then I'll be like, you know what? We just can't be friends. No. Clearly, we can disagree and still be friends. I mean, we are disagreeing about a specific thing. We are not disagreeing about you as a person. We're not talking about you as a person. We're talking about this circumstance or this situation that has happened. So we need to be able to separate a situation and people. Lesson number 3 of growing up. If they want to go, let them. I've realized that people, we tend to hold on so much, and especially if you're an overthinker, we tend to hold on so much into something, people, to relationships, friendships, and we don't want to let go, and it hurts us even more. So growing up, I have learned that it's okay to let people be. If they just don't want to be in your life, then it's okay for them to leave. If you were in a relationship with someone and all of a sudden they think this can't work, let them go. And if they just feel like, we can't be a boy-girlfriend thing, we can just be friends, and that's all they want, if you can deal with you just being friends, then it's okay, But if you can't, again, learn to say, you know what, me and you can't be just friends, so I'm just gonna let you go. And it's okay to put your voice out there. It's okay to say what you feel, and it's okay to let people go. It doesn't mean they're evil. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean you're the wrong one. It doesn't mean you're the bad one. It just means they want to go, and that's perfectly okay. But it's also okay to know that you can go. Don't stay in a place feeling like, but they love me, and they're toxic. They've been taking care of me. They've been my parents, and very well you need to do something. you need to let go of them for a while. It's okay to do that. It's okay, even if it's your sister or your brother. And I think, as much as this is a very sensitive area, even family, sometimes you just have to say, you've been a good friend, we've been cousins, we've been relatives, we've been my sister, but I think I need to step back because it's not doing me good. It's not healthy for me anymore. Can we step back and maybe reevaluate this? Just be open about your life, because imagine you're living it yourself. Seriously, you're just living it yourself. And if people have to go, let them go, and don't carry grudges with you. Don't be so mad at them. Don't beat yourself so much and feel like, oh, they wanted to go. Hey, tukimiti next year utajua mi ni nani. I will be driving. I will be... Part of growing up is realizing that just because people have left you doesn't mean they're going to be miserable. Someone said that just because you're poor now doesn't mean you're going to be rich in future. Hell no. It just matters what you're gonna do with your future. So just because someone left you, this issue of saying you never find someone good or better than me, you'll never be, oh, mi ndo nilikuwa nakusaidia utawai grow. No. People leave you and actually find better people. And you also leave people and you find better people. I mean, it's two-way. So we need to accept that if people want to go, they can go. It doesn't mean they're going to be miserable because you're not in their life. It doesn't mean they're going to miss you. They might not actually miss you. And that's perfectly okay. So if they want to go, let them go. Don't force situations. And especially people. Don't force people to be in your life. Who? Hell no. Point number 4. Who? This, I think, was really meant for me. Clearly, I really needed to learn this, that it's never that serious. Life is never that serious. I mean, play around, have some fun, enjoy, don't be so rigid. And I remember talking with this friend of mine who's a doctor the other day, and I was telling him how I'm beating myself up, how I'm like, things have to work in a certain way, working my ass out, going out there, pushing and setting goals that are this big, and when I don't achieve them, I feel miserable and being guilty because there's that one day that I was supposed to do this and I did not do. Just literally just beating myself up. And he told me it's never that serious. And I agree. It's never that serious. Lighten up, have some fun as you enjoy. Even when COVID has beat your ass up, even when you feel like it's the end of it all, there's always something to be happy about. There's always something to enjoy. And don't have a life that is defined. It has to be like this. Things have to run in a certain way. I have to have a car by the time I'm 30. I have to get married by the time I'm 40. I want to have a kid, but just be open. I think that's the best way to put it. Be open about life, and it's gonna present so many opportunities that you didn't even think existed. And they could be the best opportunities for you to grow, for you to become a better person, for you to get that which you've been fighting and looking forward to getting. It's never that serious. It's just never that serious. So have fun. And the last one, a very important one, is your life is for you to fix. This issue of saying, how I was brought up, and I think I think this happens a lot. When you find yourself in shit, or when you find yourself in this fight with somebody, you tend to say, how I was brought up, how I know, the things I know, the kind of things I've gone through. I'm just thinking that we need to get to a point where we go through trauma, or we go through experiences in life that were not really good. We need to fix that thing that was left in us, that is now affecting our relationships, affecting our marriages, affecting our friendships, affecting how we live, affecting how we do things. And stop giving excuses, because no one is gonna fix it for you. Absolutely nobody is gonna fix that for you. So get to a point where you fix your life. You sit down with yourself and have a look back and be like, I went through this experience and it got me to this point where I'm either stubborn, or I am nagging, or I have little or no self-esteem. My self-esteem is too low. So you need to fix that. Don't tell people to deal with your struggles, to deal with your problems, to accommodate your shit. You need to deal with your shit and don't expect people to come in and fix you. And also, don't be there to fix people. Unless you're a psychologist and that's your job, don't be the person to fix people. But they went through a lot as kids, so I'm trying to be here for them. And they don't even recognize the kind of bullshit they are carrying with them. And now you're here trying to fix it for them. Imagine at the end of it all, it's you to fix your life. Each person has a responsibility to fix their life. As a kid, you would go out there and play and you get dirty and come in the evening and someone is there to wash you. When you grow up, it's your mess. You just have to fix it, whether you like it or not. You just have to wake up and realize, I have mouth issues. I need to fix how I speak. I need to fix how I think. I need to fix how I treat people. And not just sit there and expect people to fix that for you. Imagine, no, karma is gonna come, and how you behave, you're gonna get a reward for that. So your life is your life and it's yours for you to fix. So take that as a responsibility, as a duty, and go right ahead and fix that mess. Okay, that is it. 5 points. Growing up, I've learned, Thank you so much, guys. Let me hear in the comment section what has been your biggest lesson ever. Mine has been the one I talked of. It's never that serious. Leave me on the comment section below. Let me hear what you think, and see you on my next video. Stay positive, stay focused, and bye.